ticking clock, nowhere else to go. That's what I need. Appetites getting quenched tonight. That's what I crave. Needing love. That's what I crave. That's what I need. That's what I crave. Needing love. Sweat that shines on your moonlit skin. That's what I love. Tangled hair, you pull up with a grin. That's what I love. A moan and shout, we both pass out. That's what I crave. Needing love. Crave. Need love. Crave. Need love. Crave. Need love. Ooh, yeah. That's what I crave. Oh, yeah. That's what I need. That's what I crave. Needing love.
Oh, I've been traveling down the road with no place to go, no place to go. Pockets filled with holes, money's running low, truck is moving slow, and I keep growing old, 'cause I've been traveling down the road with nowhere to go, nowhere to go. Yes, I've been traveling down this long, long road with no place to go. Don't see no end in sight. Sundown turns to night. Tomorrow's another day, wandering away. Yeah. Wake up to a faucet leaking, dogs barking, so I'm leaving. Dead tired and so mistreated, but I just keep right on traveling down the road. I keep on traveling down the road, down the road. No place to go down this long, 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 long road. No place to go, yeah. So I keep traveling.
Hello, hello. Welcome. Welcome in, Dapper. How's it going tonight? Always, always with the good hype right at the start. Thank you. Welcome in. We're back with some more Resident Evil 2. Some Leon B. Seeing if we can't navigate the worst first day anybody could possibly have. But before we get into that, as always, I have social medias down here. I got the TikTok for the videos, the Instagram for the photos, and the Twitter for my thoughts and feelings, as well as, thank you, Dapper, the Discord. Link in the chat right there. I fixed it so now it's a forever link, so hopefully I won't have to screw with that again. But you can come hang out with cool people like myself and even the amazing Dapper, who right off the bat, I am going to give a shout out to because they are wonderful. You will not... I cannot type correctly because my brain is a little fried because it was hot today.
Nope. It worked.
Oh, the dancing zombies one. I love
the
this
zombies. This is great. This one's sprinting at me, though. Hey, you're supposed to be dancing. You're supposed to... Why aren't you dancing? The music is great, too. Hold on. Yeah, there you go, girls. Get
Sorry,
it.
I saw your message at, like, right before I was about to go to bed. That's my bad. I didn't check Discord last night. I was in Zagboo's stream and playing Red Dead, and I just completely neglected my Discord. Or as I'm pimping my Discord. But, yeah, I didn't see your message till late. That's my bad. But I'm down. We'll set that up soon. You're off till when? But while Dapper gets back to me on that, let's say we go ahead and get started with some Resident Evil. And as always, I want to give the good old-fashioned content warning. This game has explicit scenes of both violence and gore. Till Saturday. Okay. We can always hop in tomorrow night then. I'd be down for that. And why is this so loud in my ears? My poor, poor ears. There we go. That looks more reasonable. Now, that didn't help. I don't remember what we were doing when we left off. Thank God for the content warning. Welcome in, Sadowski and Judge Dredd. I Judge Dredd, whenever you make it, it's a good time. Welcome in. And I honestly do not remember what we were doing. Oh no. I know one of these buttons opens a map, I just don't know which. Well, it looks like we can go to the basement. Let's say we go to the basement. Got an actual job. Ooh. Well, congratulations on the job. Yeah, that's actually great. Like, it's, you know, it's always big, you know, when you have to, like, rearrange things for a new job, but it's good. Good you got a job. Shastoon, how's it going tonight? How are you? But, yeah, like I said, no, oh, never. That's the thing. These games, while I don't want to make it sound like I'm like some Billy badass or not, like the horror games that I play tend to not stick with me. Like, how's the game going? Have you watched the new Resident Evil show? I got feelings about that new Resident Evil show. But to answer Sadowski's question first, and once again, sorry if I'm butchering names. I'm bad at that. Like, they don't really affect me that much. Like, I get jump scares, I think of the bigger implications of the scares, but I don't get, like, the, ooh, spooky, scary. kind of scares from these. So they don't really, like, keep me up. How dare you? I forgot there are dogs in here. I just waste a bullet. But yeah, they don't really keep me, like, up at night or, like, overly scare me or anything. I tend to just take them as they go. So, which horror game scares me the most? I'll get back to that in a minute because I have to think about that one because that's a good question. But the Resident Evil show, I feel like would have been completely fine. It would have been a fine show with 100% less Resident Evil in it. I think that all the shoehorned Resident Evil references, all of the, you know, and it has its own issues, of course, but all of, like, the forced, like, oh, survival horror Resident Evil, like, definitely, like, ruined the show. Like, oh, they dropped the name Barry. Wesker's wearing the stupid leather outfit that's extremely dated in the year of our Lord 2022. I feel like that was the big issue with the show. And also the characters felt forced. The characters felt like they were getting angry and irrational for no reason. Now, I screwed this puzzle up already. Yeah, it didn't. If it gets next season, it's Netflix. It could very well not get a next season. Silent Hill 2 screws with me. And we'll get to that on here eventually. Like, that is on the short list of games I want to play on here. But Silent Hill 2, like, really affects you in, like, a kind of like, oh, everything is awful and everything's real screwy. That game has screwed with me for years. So I would have to go with that one. Like, that's definitely, like, my answer. Silent Hill 2. Because that fucks with you in every direction. Yeah, why can't they just make any shows right? So, adapting things is hard. And I'll give them credit that, like, making movies and TV shows is hard. It's very difficult to do. That being said, when you change something so... And we're not going to get good Resident Evil live action. We're outright not. Because who owns the rights to the Resident Evil franchise? Right? Silent Hill 2 screws with you. But you know we're not going to get a good Resident Evil property in live action because Constantine Films still owns Resident Evil. And they have no interest in making... Welcome to Raccoon City wasn't bad, but once again, it was kind of like a fan film. I feel like that movie was made to hold the rights. Like, that felt very much like the Roger Corman Fantastic Four. Like, I don't know if anybody's aware of that one. Back in the 70s, to keep from losing the rights to the Fantastic Four, I forget what studio had Roger Corman make a Fantastic Four movie that never saw the light of day. And it was garbage, apparently. Like, I think it eventually did come out. But it was like a hot mess. And I feel like Welcome to Raccoon City was very much that same thing. And if you want a good adaptation of the Resident Evil story, go read the S.D. Perry books. Like, those are actually really good. We have so much health. Oh, Dapper, no worries. I hope your dinner gets made well, or I hope you do good making dinner. But yeah, like, Infinite Darkness was alright. I kind of felt like the whole story was unnecessary, though. Like, it didn't really tell us anything we needed to know. It didn't progress the Resident Evil, like, lore any further. Like, it's very much at most, it can tell you why Leon and Claire don't interact more post Resident Evil 2. But I didn't hate Infinite Darkness. There were some, like, all in all, like, that that whole fear leads to chaos thing was dumb. I didn't love that, but legitimately, I don't think we'll ever get a really good live-action Resident Evil because it's hard to adapt. And also, like, Resident Evil makes a great game because you're running around solving puzzles and doing things. Think of the amount of backtracking I do in this game. Like, do you really want to watch somebody dressed as Chris Redfield run through the mansion 50 times because he found the key and a crest and then, you know, has to go drop it off in a door so that he has inventory room? And obviously, a good writer could jazz that up and make it work better. That being said, it's not really the easiest thing to adapt. But I do think, like, it can be done, and the S.D. Perry novels are a good way to do it.
When I saw the uniform,
Ada? But yeah, like,
Who are you?
I don't think that we...
And what are you doing
I don't
here?
think we're gonna get video game adaptations. There's a reason why almost all of them
He's one
fail.
of those reporter types.
Because the medium of video games is so radically different than the medium of film. And it's unfortunate, but we're probably not gonna get a good
I've been
one.
trying to find another way inside.
I would love to see a good one, but... Although people really like the Sonic movie, but I didn't see that, so I can't really
Work
talk
together,
about it.
We can move this thing. Give me a hand here, will you?
Okay, I'll give you a hand. The Halo show, that seems like one of those ones that, like, a lot of people were really mad that it didn't use any of the Halo lore. But I don't know the Halo lore well enough to say if it's worth using or not. So I can't really say, like, oh, well, it sucks that they didn't make John 117 a stolen child who they castrated and turned into a super soldier.
Ada, wait!
Like, I don't know if that's the kind of thing where, like, it's good or bad that they didn't use the original story, you know? But for Resident Evil, like, the story of Resident Evil is kind of dumb. I love it. Like, I love me some Resident Evil, but it's kind of a dumb story. And it's meant to be. Resident Evil is a B
Let me
movie.
guess.
It was always
You must
intended to
Ben,
be.
right? Get up, now.
I mean,
What do you want?
if you
I'm trying
wanted to...
sleep here.
There actually was one good adaptation for Resident Evil, and it didn't get picked up.
Is this the guy?
If anybody's ever seen Arcalay,
You told the city
I read
officials
that they
you
used a
knew
show script for a
something
teen drama
about
that was
what's
never
been
made,
going on, didn't you?
added Halo in
What
after
did
they
you
got the
tell them?
rights. It's possible. That actually
Who
happens
the
a
heck
lot.
Are you?
I'm trying to find my boy.
One of the big
His
ones
name's
I can think
John.
of off the top
He
of
was
my
working
head
for a branch
is
office of Umbrella, based in Chicago,
the second
but he
Blair
suddenly
Witch movie.
disappeared 6 months ago.
The second Blair Witch movie
heard
wasn't
a
intended
rumor
to
that
be a
he's
Blair
here in the
Witch
city.
movie. They just added the Blair
I don't
Witch
know
into
anything.
it
And even
at
if
the
I
end,
did, why
or
would I want to
after
tell
the
you?
fact. And I may be wrong about that. I may be thinking something
Okay, I
else,
say
of
we
course.
leave him in there. Does anyone know where
And
they
if
put
you
the
told
key
me
to the
that was how
cell?
they made that Resident Evil
I have it
show,
right here,
I would
officer.
believe it.
But I'm not about to leave.
I will
this
say,
cell. Those zombies aren't the only
I
things
really
crawling
liked
around
Lance
out there.
Reddick as Wesker. I will always say he is a
What was
phenomenal
that?
actor who should be in more things.
Like I
Of course,
said,
I love him. I've
I'm
loved
not
him since he
leaving
was in
this
The
cell.
Wire.
Get out of here
But
before
they
you
also
lead
gave
it
that
right
man
to
the
me.
worst wig humanly
Hey, I'm
imaginable.
not going anywhere. I'm the only cop
It
left
was
alive
so
in this
bad.
town.
What?
Look, if you want to live,
If
then
you,
you're gonna
I
have
feel
to
like if
leave
you're gonna
with
do
me.
a Resident Evil show,
But do you even know how to get out
you
of the city?
set it in the Spencer
There's a
Mansion. You
kennel
make
in
it
the back of the
a.
building. Inside the kennel is a man.
Oh, the outfit
Go
looked
through
dumb.
and it'll lead
The
you to
outfit looked
sewer
dumb
entrance,
in
but
2005
it won't
when
be
it was
easy.
a ripoff, or 2007,
All right, I'm going.
I think Resident Evil 5 came out. Like, they should have used the Code Veronica outfit, where it's just like black, like tack gear. Like, I feel like that would have looked way better. Because, like, the whole Matrixy, like, long trench coat and, you know, like, looks dumb. It looks dumb past the year 2000. Because it is. Like, I remember, when The Matrix came out and that look really, like in the year 2000 or so, when, like, that look was everywhere, the long black trench coat with the black outfit underneath and the sunglasses, like, when that was really everywhere, it looked stupid. Detail 0. Hold on one sec, let me, that one wasn't copied from Blade. I mean, to be fair, Blade very muchly has the Matrix look. And you're not wrong. Like, because Blade's from that same time period. Bad dog. Bad dog. But yeah, Blade's from that same time period. So, like, it's kind of the Ouroboros of, like, eating its own tail. Comic-Con this week apparently will be... I mean, they announced Blade, what, like 2 years ago now? With Mahershala Ali. And I'm excited for that. He's a good actor. I loved him in Luke Cage as Cottonmouth. Like, I'm kind of excited to see how that goes. But that's been on the, like, I feel like Sony putting out that bad of a Morbius movie really did some damage to Marvel wanting to make Blade. Spiders, shit, that one got real close. They just released the not Final Fantasy, Christ. The Dungeons and Dragons. It was Morbid time. I heard that movie was awful. I did not pay money to go see that. They just put out the Dungeons and Dragon characters. Like the first footage from that in the last couple days. And that looks kinda cool. Like, I'm kind of excited to see how that goes. Oh, Lord, I have no bullets. It's alright. It's alright, we don't need bullets. Well, it was so bad, I went to the theaters open... You went opening night, my dude. You went opening night to go see Morbius, the living vampire Morbius. Starring Jared Leto. With Matt Smith in it. My dude. I had to morb out. Oh, God. So many memes. Oh, no. Like, something about... to be fair, I also really don't like Jared Leto. Like, I haven't liked him in, like, anything I've seen him in other than, like, Fight Club. I think Fight Club's the one exception to something I like him in, and that's because he is in it for this much of the movie. But, like, I feel like that kind of screwed up the other studio movie. Oh, God, yeah. That was somebody at the movie, or the theater movie. I'll get to the next line eventually. That was somebody in the production office just being like, I don't understand memes. The kids are loving this Morbius. We should re-release it. It made no money to begin with. Why would they think it would make money the second time? Like, we've all been spoiled by, like, good comic book movies the last couple years. We don't remember the 2 decades where we had really bad comic book movies, or longer that we had really bad comic book movies. Hey, it's that dog. I mean, kid. Like, Morbius could have been
That little
good.
girl must have dropped this. I think
It was
I'll hold on to
unlikely,
it for her.
but Morbius is one of those characters where, like, if you do a fresh, interesting take on it, it could be good. There's nothing about that says it has to be bad. Goddamn, Ada starts with so many bullets. Yeah, the trailer looks real good. Like, do yourself a favor and look it up. Like, the character, like it was a character trailer, and it looks so good. Oh, god damn it. Oh shit, there's a new Predator movie? I shouldn't be excited because they made a lot of bad Predator movies. Like, there have been quite a few bad Predator movies. Like, Predators, or, whatever the last one was. Actually, has there been a good Predator movie since Predator 2? It's called Prey, it's on Hulu. I'll link the trailer. Yeah, wait, it got released on Hulu already? Or the trailer's on Hulu? Because I didn't hear anything about it coming out, so it doesn't hold out hope. Okay, it's a YouTube link, so I'll, it comes out August 5th. Okay, there we go, pop that open, I'll watch it after we're done here, but yeah, like, I worry because we haven't had a good Predator movie, in my opinion, since Predator 2. And I liked Alien vs. Predator well enough, but it's not that good of a movie. It's kind of dumb. But yeah, like, you know. I mean, don't get me wrong. I want a good Predator movie. I want good movies. But I also think that the Predator's one of those things where the more you know about the Predator, the less interesting it is. Because, like, there's always the dumb joke of, essentially the Predators we see are, like, dentists and, like, rich guys on, like, game reserves in our culture. Like, there's some asshole who paid a lot of money to go to a private game reserve to hunt animals that, you know, can't defend themselves or run or what have you. Which I guess makes it a great reflection on humanity. But yeah, like, I feel like the Predator is really cool when you don't know shit about them. Whereas, yeah. Well, it has to be, because the Alien movies take place so far in the future. Like, technically speaking, I don't think the xenomorphs exist in the, like, continuity at that point. Like, even if you were to say they're all one continuity, I don't think the aliens exist yet. Because the xenomorph is a inorganic life form.
Leon, can you hear me?
Which is a
Ada,
stupid thing.
Did you find anything?
It's what, like a plastic-based
Right
or something
here.
like that? I can't remember. It's been forever since I've seen the Alien movies.
Think fast. Here's one more.
I wanted to play that Alien
Hey,
Isolation
I can't reach the
game,
ventilation hole. I'm going to have
but
to find
like
another way
it
around.
looks like it's
I'll
all
catch
just
up
jump
with you later.
scares, and I'm not down for that. Like,
Ada, wait!
also, I heard it was kind of hard. I don't need to be afraid and,
Leon, come in.
like, angry.
I found the girl, and I've cleared the wreckage that was blocking the corridor.
Got it.
See, I'm on the other end of that. I don't think it makes the lore better. I feel like it's like Slender Man. The more I know about Slender Man, the less scary Slender Man is. Like, you want something to be scary, don't tell me what it is. Let my mind run wild, because it's going to go and make something specifically scary to me. But, like, I also get, like, people want information on things. So I can understand why people would want that. We're going to throw a quick save. We made a good bit of progress, and I'm not doing it over again. I'm not doing it over again, and you can't make me. But yeah, like, I like the idea of not knowing everything about the monster. It's also one of the reasons why, like, as horrible as H.P. Lovecraft is, I really enjoyed the, like, H.P. Lovecraft stories. Because you don't know a ton about, like, whatever's happening. Like, I think that makes it scarier. My brain's really good at scaring itself. Yeah. Like, the best part about the SCP stuff is the redacted bits. It's the fact that, like, you know, subject was found redacted. It's like, well, what's that? What do you mean? Like, that makes it scary, because you don't know. It's the unknown. And the unknown is infinitely scarier than the known. But, like, in the same vein, though, the best SCP video game I still maintain is Control by Remedy. Like, they knocked that shit out of the park. Like, if you haven't had a chance to play Control, I recommend it so much. It's long and there's a ton of things to do, and sometimes it's kind of difficult. But, like, it is so good. I do. Oh, I just barely made it out of that altercation. SCP scares me a lot, especially because my family... no comment. But yeah, no, like, I love that idea of, like, the secret, like, things that are in our everyday world that we just don't know about. I was walking because I thought there were lickers in this room, but I don't think there are. Especially now that I ran and nothing tried to kill me. There's also probably equip a gun that has more than one bullet in it. This one has 3. That liquor took that shotgun blast like a champ. I actually thought the liquors were the best part. Like, I hated the stupid, Dr. Salvador reference. I hated the zombies I thought were a little too Last of Us versus Resident Evil with, like, the growths and shit. The big worm was cool. I thought the big worm was cool. But the liquor part was actually kind of tense and scary. Also, welcome in, Jagboo. How's it going tonight? But yeah, no, like, the liquor part was, like, real good. So, I was watching it. I was watching the Resident Evil show over the weekend. Big Crocodile was cool, except for the part that was kind of sad. Good, I'm glad you're doing good. That was a redundant sentence. Yay, bullets. Hey, more bullets. I think I actually kind of screwed myself over. I don't think I have room. But I'm doing well. How was your day going? I can't take the submachine gun. I do not have the item. I don't think it's a bad show. I will say that. Like, outright, I don't think it's a bad show. That being said, my biggest opinion on it, and I've said it already tonight, it could have done with 100% less Resident Evil. Like, if they filed the serial numbers off and it just wasn't Resident Evil, I actually think it would have been better. Like, if it was just like a horror drama, it would have been better. But that being said, like, a lot of the, like, effects looked pretty good. The crocodile particularly looked real good. But yeah, no, like, it wasn't bad. The characters frustrated me. The music was, far too young for my taste. Because I was listening to him like, is this the music we get in movies and TV now? But there's a character in it who works for Umbrella. And I paused the show and my brother, to talk to my brother who had walked in my room, and I had it on my monitor, like paused, like you do. And he literally calls other people into the room to go, who's that look like? And I'm like, what the hell are you talking about? Because it was a Saturday, so like, I didn't go anywhere, so like my hair wasn't combed, and he's like, that looks like you. And I'm looking at this shaggy dude, a little overweight, and I'm like, man, that ain't cool. Just a different fat white guy. Like, we don't all look alike. Alright, I think that's a good enough loadout. Because I want that submachine gun. Like, if I can't remember the character's name. But, Judge Dredd. If you saw it, you know the character I'm talking about, probably. It was the, like, head umbrella dude in, like, the first third of the, show in the future. Like, post a picture of him if you can. I don't mean to, like, give you an assignment here, but if you could do me that solid, I'd really appreciate it. If not, I'll post it later in the Discord, and y'all can see, like... Uh-oh. Y'all can see what I mean. But... it's not, like, an overly flattering comparison. But yeah, no, like, it was weird, like, the like, winks and nods they made to the show, or made in the show to Resident Evil. Like, I didn't need a character with, you know, a bag over his head and suspenders and a button-up shirt and a chainsaw. Just there for no reason. That was kind of unnecessary. You know? Good news, y'all. I remembered what button the map is. Okay, Prey is a Hulu show. Okay, I didn't go in here. I've used a precinct key. I say it like it's exciting. Using the precinct key. Ooh, more bullets. More bullets for my guns. My many, many guns. Which I don't even have one equipped right now. Which... not necessarily true for every Resident Evil, but a lot of these old ones. I think particularly Remake. If you don't have a gun equipped, you move faster. Like, if you're interested in speedrunning, the original Remake, the one with the Spencer estate, if you don't have a gun equipped, you move faster. So, you know. Like, pro tip, I guess? Freebie pro tip? I don't know. Today was, like, kind of unreasonable in many measures. It was like 95 degrees today. And I work outside. Which means that my brain was effectively melting. Because I was training a new guy. And I wasn't going to be... yeah, it's getting to be a bit... I almost threw my phone today. I looked at the weather, because I wanted to see if it was going to rain, because I'm a bike commuter, and I would like to know ahead of time. I looked at my phone, and it was like, oh, it's going to be 100 Saturday and Sunday. First off, weather.com, where do you keep all the fucking audacity? Like, how dare you? Second off, how fucking dare you? But I was training a new guy, and I didn't want to be an asshole and sit in a booth which is this big, and you can't fit 2 people in it. In the air conditioning, while some other kid was sitting in the, in like our green shack thing behind the booth. I will gladly shoot the messenger. How dare they... how dare they give me bad news? But no, weather.com, like, had the audacity to tell me it's going to be 100 degrees in New Jersey this weekend. How dare they? I would. Alright. We are gonna go check out the last couple little things in the RPD. Just bang. But like, I'm off this weekend. Oh no, I don't. No, absolutely the fuck not, Dapper. Like, the purr heat index. Like it's just a way too hot cat saying it. But yeah, like, I'm not down for this whole, like, it's going to be hot all the time thing. Oh yeah, and you've been doing a lot of field work lately, haven't you, Zagbu? So like you're outside in it. Like, that's rough. Where's the heat index to the humidity? Yeah. The humidity here has not been great lately. It rained today. Like as I was leaving, as I was like pulling out of my backyard. How dare you not be bullets? Oh yeah. As I was pulling out of my backyard today, it started drizzling, and I was like, oh cool, the rain's gonna make it a little bit cooler, and I can, you know, be a little cooled down when I get to work. And it's kept raining. Yeah, we get a good amount of, like, summer storms. Like, it's fairly regular. But I was like, cool down. And then I realized, oh no, as soon as it's hitting the asphalt, it is evaporating and becoming humidity. So it's just like, oh, cool. Pedaling. It got real bad real quick. But guess what? More importantly, we get a big bald man. I was hoping the rain would break the heat like it, usually does. So yeah, Mr. X, Kool-Aid manned his ass through the wall here. You know, like he does. I appreciate that. Please do, Zagbu. Like, obviously, I know that's coming, so I, prepared for it, but I was rather proud of that one. I just watched that again the other day, and it legit had me cracking up as well. Like, there's something I really love about when because I know these games really well, so I have this certain amount of, confidence. The problem is I'm also stupid. So I will often do things and then be like, by the way, fuck me. And it'll just happen. And, the Mr. X thing, I'm sure will never happen again. Okay, no touching. But yeah, no, Mr. X is, a threat. Or mostly a threat. That's the fun part about Mr. X. And in this one, it's actually worthwhile to kill Mr. X when he comes around. Because you reward it. It's like a treat. But I think we're almost done with the RPD. Who's excited to stop looking at this police station? Oh wait, no, we're gonna have to see it one more time in Claire's B scenario this week. because I have to go back once during the sewers. But we're almost completely done with the RPD. Like, full stop, done, every which direction. Wait. How did I not see that before? So, I haven't really brought it up because I haven't encountered it too many times. But Claire has the lockpick. Well, unfortunately for Leon, he doesn't get any such lockpick. He gets a lighter. Which means that he can't unlock those little desks that Claire unlocks just automatically. So Leon has to find these small keys. And I did use one already, but I also haven't really interacted with it otherwise. They're kind of good to like grab and just kind of throw in the item box as you need them. Which should be, I think there's one somewhere around here. Or no, I'm sorry, it's not in here. I've already gotten everything from there. But yeah, no, like, it's worthwhile to fight Mr. X in this one. Because he, you know, drops goodies. Like a piñata. Thanks for the clip, Shagpoo. I can't wait to see that. I mean, that's essentially how I make TikToks. Just going, should it be longer? Should it be shorter? I don't know. But I'm sure Mr. X won't be a problem anymore. I've killed him at least 3 times. It's like baseball, 3 strikes and he's out. Film C. Well, I don't want to know what that is. Oh, it's a T103. Due to accelerated metabolism relative to the earlier 00 series, this subject possesses exemplary regenerative capabilities. PHX-016 file data. It's Mr. Y, obviously. So, I'm not sure how true it is, but the name Mr. X never pops up in this game. It doesn't pop up in any of the other games. As far as I can tell, I think the name Mr. X comes from the toy. This is the wrong ass way. There's 2 more plugs I need, and I'm not 100% sure where they are. Like, I know where they are, I'm not 100% sure where they are. Allow. Really though, thought is a bad word. Stream elements, really? That's what we're doing here with our lives. Automod does. Automod needs to yeah, no, they don't. They don't ever refer to him as Mr. X in the game. And well, the problem is, because I'm running an emulator, every time I click out, I lose control of the game. So I'll be sitting there going, why won't it let me do things? It's because I clicked out of the window. I need to click back on the window. I think there's liquors up here. I'm pretty sure there's liquors up here. We're just gonna... Oh shit, he knows where I am. We're just gonna run. I don't think he can actually catch me. I think I have too much of a head start on him. Says we're never asked his name. I wonder, Mr. Yeah. A simple like, hey, how are you? I'm Leon. It's my first day. Probably would have saved everybody a whole bunch of headache. I don't remember if I picked up the crank in... No, I know where the crank is. Never mind. I said that so aggressively. So, generally, Leon doesn't get to come in here. But in the B scenario, Claire blew up the wall, like we saw in the A scenario. I could not remember where the crank is for a moment. But yeah, so we can find stuff that Claire picked up, but Leon can't interact with any of this yet. Because Claire radioed Leon and told him, I blew up that wall, which we did in the A scenario. That's one of the coolest things about this is, like, you get that, like, back and forth of, like, things you did previously in your last playthrough affect what happens here. And, like, this is a story one. It's going to happen regardless playing the B scenario. But it's so cool that, like, that's a thing. And yeah, and here's the crank. Now we can crank it out. I know what I said. Just running around without bullets in my gun. Well, that music sounds good. So yeah, Mr. X just kind of pops up places sometimes. You know, like he does. And he do. Yeah, the frequency of Mr. X gets a little bit higher when you start getting towards the end of the police station. But I'm sure we won't have to deal with him for a while now. You know, trust me. I'm so mad that that one bullet didn't go back. I didn't use one more bullet on Mr. X. Sometimes you do need to crank it out. You know, just like you do. But we're gonna dump off some goodies. We got 32 Magnum rounds. Ooh, that's like endgame amount of Magnum ammo. Love to see it. Which I'm still missing one plug, and I'm not overly confident I remember where it is. Or what puzzles we've done. But we're just gonna YOLO it. You know, just a happy little accident, as Bob Ross says. We're gonna try to beat that liquor. Because we need to go all the way around this hallway. Alright, we didn't beat the liquor. But we got away from him. That's what's important. He only got us once. Just the once. Just a little. But yeah, like, you know, nothing serious. So, I avoided this room earlier because of this. Last week, I said, I'm not going to go through this door because this happens. Oh no, there are zombies everywhere now. The RPD is just repopulated with zombies. And that's where the last plug is. I just remembered why I didn't have all of them. Yeah, so the second in the B scenario, the first time you go in the library, the moment you take a step forward, zombies come back in and repopulate the RPD. But if you never go in the library, you don't have to worry about that. I've had to run through those hallways a couple times, so I was able to avoid them. That's actually a thing you don't get to do in this. You can't board up windows in this one. The pre-rendered backgrounds will not allow it. Because the way these games are built, and I'm sure you know this already. I'm not, saying you don't. You're essentially playing on a big JPEG. Like, Leon is essentially just moving around a JPEG. So, no, I will not. We're going to come back here. because I forgot something. And I'm really hoping it doesn't bite me in the ass. Because it very well could bite me in the ass. But I also didn't have the inventory room. Because there's a neat little trick here I'm going to use. It's not necessarily like a speedrun strat, but it's a way to not have to deal with other things. Oh no, we fell through the floor. Whatever will we do? We're going to solve a fucking puzzle to get out of here. That's what we're going to do. Like a boss. Assuming I can find my way to these bookshelves. But... I actually love that you can kind of, if you're quick enough, beat the bookshelves. Because I've always wondered if they can crush you. Like, I always wondered if you can, like, get crushed by the bookshelves. I've never tried it, though. And I'm not going to. Because that sounds like a stupid way to die in Resident Evil. But we got the second to last plug. We're going to go grab the last one now. And then we're going to make it all the way back down to the basement. So wave goodbye to the RPD in original Resident Evil. So long, farewell, are the plugs for the key card. Do you, it's, they had this puzzle, or a similar puzzle in the remake to, unlock that door in the basement to, right before you fight the shipping container Birkin fight. That's essentially what that was referencing. It's these. And now we have all of them. And will you go down the old dust chute? Well, Leon can't resist a good dusty hole, so... we don't have to go back all the way through the RPD. Because Leon just falls right through the floors.
No! Get away!
No, after that. After you get the parking card. In the sewers. You have to find the chess pieces. You have to do that stupid puzzle where you get the flamethrower and the electric gun. Yeah, Ben gets a bad ending here, too. Ben's been doing better. Or has been better.
Ben!
Yeah, neither's great.
Can you still hear me? Come on.
I mean,
answer.
at least in this one, though, he's got those rocking ass pants.
Damn.
Look at those.
I don't believe
Brown,
this.
like, brown
I
corduroy?
almost got the
The
story.
dopest shit.
Ben. Bitter irony. The chief of police.
No, irons, not irony.
Co-conspirator. Get that scum.
Yeah, Ben doesn't really make it out good in any scenario.
Hang in there, Ben.
Hang in there, Ben. And where the fuck were you, Ada? Mail to the chief. To Mr. Brian Iron, chief of the Raccoon City Police Department. We have lost the Mansion Lab facility due to the actions of renegade operative Albert Wesker. Oh, I have no idea. That is an unfathomable number. Unfortunately, his interference will have no lasting effect upon our continued virus research. Our only present concern is the presence of the remaining STARS members, Redfield, Valentine, Burton, Chambers, and Vickers. It comes to light that the STARS have any evidence as to the activities of our research, dispose of them in such a manner that would appear to be purely accidental. Continue to monitor their progress and make certain their knowledge does not go public. Annette will continue to be your contact throughout this affair. William Birkin. Oh, Jesus Christ, how many? Once again, kind of a low amount. Why do everyone's action? Well, welcome in, Jimbo. And what exactly do you mean? Because I selected the original when I put my info in. It may have auto-corrected it to the remake, but when I put it in, it was the original. But welcome in. Sorry if you feel as though you were misattributed, I guess. I have deposited the amount of 10,000 US to the account for your services. This term, as per our agreement. The development of the Z virus scheduled to replace... Oh, I'm in the right section. Okay, cool. Howdy, Death. Welcome. But yeah, no, welcome in, Jimbo. Game, don't rush me. I'm talking to the people. How are you both today? Others not so much. That's fair. Yeah, it gets frustrating. I've noticed it with when I did 1, it did it. It wanted to jump back and forth. The development of the Z virus, scheduled to replace the T virus, is near completion. Once completed, I am certain that I will be appointed to be a member of the executive board of Umbrella Inc. Bedroom show you want to come. Well, thank you. I appreciate that so much. Board for the Umbrella Inc. It was imperative that we proceeded with extreme caution. Redfield and the remaining STARS members are still attempting to uncover information on the project. Continue to monitor activities and block all attempts to investigate the underground research facilities. William Birkin. The Netflix show was bad. Or not bad. It was fine. In all reality, there's no middle ground anymore. We don't get, it was okay kind of stuff anymore. The only I actually think it would have done better, though, if it wasn't Resident Evil. If they just removed all of the Resident Evil reference from it and just made it a teen horror, kind of show. Oh, yeah, no, Lance Reddick is a national treasure and should be in everything. I mean, he was in The Wire, Lost, Quantum Break. Dude's an amazing actor. I actually feel like that show was kind of beneath him. But I actually feel like if you filed off all the Resident Evil from that show... Fringe. Oh, yeah, he was in Fringe. Dude's a great actor. But if you take out the Resident Evil from that show, I actually feel like it would have been better. Because we all have what we think Resident Evil is. And we come in with that game. What did I tell you? Oh, yeah, no. Who was it? Michael Caine. A reporter one time asked him, you were in Jaws 3. Did you ever see that movie? It was really bad. And he says, no, I've never seen that movie. But I've seen the vacation home it bought me. Understandable. It's work. That's their job. I don't begrudge an actor for being in a bad thing. Unless they're bad in it. But even then, sometimes that's direction or script. But yeah, no. It's their job. I'm not going to blame them for it. But Lance Reddick is a good actor who should be in more stuff. I love seeing him in things. And even the kid actors weren't bad. I feel like it was just badly written. We have a problem. I've received information informing me that Umbrella HQ has sent spies to recover my research on the Z virus. There are an unknown number of agents involved. They must not be allowed to take this project away from me, as it represents my entire life's work. I forgot there even was a Dead Rising movie, to be honest. I never saw it. I forgot it existed. My entire life's work. Search the city thoroughly for any suspicious persons, detain any such individuals by whatever means deemed necessary, and contact me immediately through a net. With these precautions, any possible threat should be eliminated. I said it was just a zombie post-apo movie with fire. Exactly. I actually thought they did some interesting stuff with not to spoil too much, but the way the zombies worked functionally. I thought was a neat idea on it. The way that they kind of had things evolve and how they built their world all worked.
To the chemical
it wasn't the best, but it worked.
That's where I'll find John.
But I feel like we're looking at it through the lens of forced Umbrella references. The lead of Umbrella being called Evelyn Marcus. Okay, cool. You combined Evelyn from Resident Evil 7 and Marcus from Resident Evil 0.
Are still crawling with zombies.
She's not leaving through the front door, you fucking muppet. Fucking Leon, people.
Claire.
But yeah, it if
Man, why doesn't anyone ever listen to me?
I feel like it's just a waste of using the IP for the sake of getting a built-in audience, is the big issue here. And I didn't, like I said, I didn't hate it. I actually thought the big worm monster in the first episode was kind of cool looking. Like, I thought they made that kind of cool. But I would like something a little bit more like what we have as Resident Evil, if you're gonna make something Resident Evil. Like, I saw that pilot for Arcalay, and if you haven't seen it, like, I 100% recommend it. I'm actually gonna try to play with one hand and look it up and post it in the chat with the other. Of course, we're on our way to a thing. Okay, Leon. Like, stop making me look bad. Share. Copy link. Here we go. Like, if you haven't... Yeah, the water noise ain't great. So, that is a, the link I just posted, and, you know, watch at your leisure and whatnot if you haven't seen it, is for a pilot for a show called Arcalay that would have been about the detectives in Raccoon City dealing with the before the Spencer Mansion problems. Which sounds like a super interesting concept that I wanted to see. So, like, it's a shame we never got that. You know? Because I would have loved that. That would have been really cool. But alas, what we got was, you know, nothing. We got nothing out of it. But I think it's time for us to save and to bring a little bit of heat. So you know what that means. We got a little bit more firepower in our pocket. That sounded dirty, and I don't like that. But we got a little bit more firepower on us. That means it's time for a little bit of a fight. But yeah, like, the Arcalay show could have been really interesting. Like, it could have been good. But they didn't give us that. They gave us, I forget what it was, but, like, what they actually did end up making. It's okay. He's small and weak. We could take him. Dead Rising movies are on Amazon Prime. It's one of those things I've been meaning to check out. I have wanted to watch them. I just keep forgetting they exist. Because, like, I never hear anything about them. I see what he did there. So, no thank you. Leon, get up. Leon. Leon Allison Kennedy. Not his middle name. Bye. Everybody say bye to Z and his smoking pipe. You're not wrong. Ooh, he hurt me pretty good. And it took way less shotgun shells than I thought it would. I brought the Magnum just in case, but we didn't actually need it. All the plugs are in place and the doors release. But yeah, like, I don't think we'll get a good video game movie. I love this because it clearly, G is for gangster. They clearly couldn't figure out how to get Ada to have been ahead of you. They're like, I don't know, just drop her out of the fucking sky.
Running off like that was reckless.
They literally just throw her from the sky.
Those zombies are everywhere.
It's so dumb, I love
Not to
it.
mention that thing that got Ben.
I was there, Leon. I know.
Look,
Which,
Ada,
once again,
As an officer,
I'm blown away
it's
because
my
this is
job
the
to look out for you.
AI
But we're
upscale
not going to get through this
of
alive
Resident
if we
Evil
don't
2
work together, okay?
original
All right.
for the Dolphin.
do this
And once
your
again,
way.
they do beautiful work and they deserve all of the praise for making this look as good as it does. But I am blown away by how good everything still looks on this. Like, this is a game that came out in 1998. And as Dapper asked earlier, like, because I've been thinking about it, I've probably put over 1,000 hours, if not more, into this game. Because I have been playing this game since it came out. I played this when it was new. So, like, I probably do have close to 1,000 hours in this. And this is how it looks through my rose-tinted memory. You know, like, everything looking this smooth and, like, polished. This is how it all looked in, like, my mind's eye, thinking back on my fond memories of Resident Evil. But we can get rid of the old Magnum and bring back out the Pistola. We could dump off a little bit of that because we have a full heal with us. And we can scrounge for some goodies. Pardon me. But this is always a interesting bit because you get two of the same room for Leon and Claire. Oh, goddammit, I didn't want to take that. It's just dumb and unusable. Because I'm not going to use a first aid spray. Like a noob. Which I actually think I might need a small key for this. Oh no, I guess I don't. But, how long have we been going now? Alright, a little over an hour. So I think we'll probably be wrapping up here soon. I think I'll finish up this room and get back up to the save and call it. But this is just like a little place where you can get a little more ammo. More Magnum rounds, never a bad thing. And Leon's got to justify having a lighter as his special item. So, got some more buckshot. There we go. So, we'll go ahead and throw a save on it and call it a night. But I want to thank everyone for being here. I want to thank you for hanging out. I want to thank you for lurking. I want to thank you for chatting. I want to thank you for just being here and being wonderful and being yourself. We'll be back. I did skip last Sunday because I was doing YouTube stuff, setting up for YouTube uploads, and time got away from me. But we'll be back Sunday night with something a little different. Probably not going to do a horror game. Realistically, I feel like I've been elbow deep in Resident Evil lately, so I think we'll be doing something else. Although Dapper made a good suggestion before, and I think we might actually do it, of a Kirby game, because I've never played a Kirby game before. So I'd like to see how that goes. But I want to thank you all for being here. I want to thank you all for lurking. I want to thank you all for hanging out. And once again, I want to... Death, thank you always for coming in. I hope you sleep well, and thank you for being here. I appreciate the support. Speaking of support, once again, I want to tell you all, I got social medias. I got the TikTok where I post videos occasionally. I got the Instagram where I post photos. Hopefully I'll be doing some more 3D prints lately to, you know, jazz up the wall behind me. And the Twitter where you can watch me get into arguments about dumb video game stuff with strangers on the internet. Always a good time. But before I go, I'm going to do a couple shout-outs. We're going to give a shout-out to the wonderful Death Comes. And I'm stalling because I'm a slow typer.
Have fun, everyone. Gonna go ahead on the
They were
basic
recently
survival
playing
needs, and I need
marbles.
to be and I am
And the
ignoring
clip is
all
of
day.
Minecraft.
Okay, we'll talk to you later off the beeping. Hugs.
With an echo. I gotta set that stuff up. Like, I don't have any cool audio effects. But go check them out. They are always wonderful. I also want to give a shout out to the super fun and supportive Jagboo, who is super welcoming and has a great community around them.
Don't like that music.
Who does not like
I have
that
to go
music.
all the way around. I haven't even gone into the fire age. That hellhound aesthetic. What's the dog doing?
But
I wish I had that audio.
They
clip.
are super funny.
Oh! Ah! Ah! Ooh! Ooh! No! Don't come in! No! Oh! 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 Please! Okay. It really is a great audio clip. Liv has it in their stream. Ah! Ah! Oh my god! Oh my god! Please!
The dogs were a problem for
Okay,
them.
dude. I don't. Okay.
Where?
Can we?
I'm gonna use this.
Wait. Oh! Oh god! Please! Okay. Can we? Okay. I'm gonna. Okay.
I got a lot of great support tonight from a lot of great people.
Take a minute. Jesus Christ. Oh my god.
And as always, Judge Dredd wants it. Well, that was gross. Usually it's not that
Spoiled
gross,
milk.
but I'm afraid of what this clip is.
Blue one. Butter popcorn. A raw egg.
This Bean Boozled, this seems like Bean Boozled. I for a while had
It's popcorn.
Had a Bean
So I did get a good
Boozled
one.
thing. Spit off camera, man.
Toothpaste or berry blue. The toothpaste. I just want you guys to know, this spit bottle tastes so.
But once again, and of course it just popped up in the chat, so I'll use this as I also have a Discord server. Come hang out. Some lovely people there, including my last little shout out for the night before I head out of here. The wonderful, the always supportive, the most amazing person ever, Dapper. Ooh, popcorn.
I feel like I maybe snuck up on that person just a little bit. I feel bad.
So
Okay.
many lovely people worthy of shout outs.
Don't mind me, just punching people.
And I get to hide behind the clips.
Okay.
And just
I don't know where this is coming from.
peer out occasionally.
Hello? Hello?
That would have been smoother if I knew where the camera was. I know where the camera is. It's literally lit up blue in front of me, but... just hiding behind the clips. But that does it for me. A stalker? You mean like the stalkers that are always right behind you? But once again, that does it for me. Y'all are lovely. I will be back Sunday, probably actually 100% with a non-horror. But they're always right behind you. Constantly right behind you. Just start being real creepy about it. But once again, I'll be back Sunday with a non-horror game. We're going to play something because I've been playing a lot of horror lately. Horror and westerns, that's all it's been for me lately. And non-zombies. I want something that isn't a zombie game. But I will see you all then. Y'all have a lovely night. You are wonderful. Take it easy.